Hello, good morning. I just thought I'd bring him to say hello. He can't see. He was due to actually have his haircut on Thursday, but he's not going to make it to having his haircut. And yes, I'll disinfect the sides afterwards, but if he wants to sit here and say hello, then you can, can't you? Oh, sweetheart. I've just tried moving all his fur out of his eyes, but he's just so... Like I said, he's due a cut, but I knew it would have been a struggle even if what's happening tomorrow wasn't happening. It would be a struggle to have had him cut this time because he's okay, don't get up. Don't get back down, I started to say. Don't say hello. I'll put you down. 2 seconds. Yeah, last few times that he's been for a groom, they did say that it were getting a bit harder and stuff, so... And I've got this. Now, I know that everybody's been saying that they will do one for me anyway, but I thought, well, just in case, because I can do a few more. I've got this kit to do his paw prints, and you get 6 cards, which I thought were quite nice. I can do them for my mum and my sister, and then we're also going to tomorrow. It just depends, but we're going to get some. We're all going to get a yellow plant, and that'll be like Harry's plant. And then I'm going to get a few more bits. I've got some bits coming for his little memorial that I'm going to do for in the garden. So yeah, just tonight he's having steak for his tea tonight. So I might do a video of doing his steak and show you him again. But yeah, it's just been a very sad weekend, and like I say, this is his last day today, so yeah. We went out on a little walk. We couldn't take him though for obvious reasons. He couldn't walk. He couldn't walk round the park, but the other 2 dogs enjoyed it. He'd have loved it if he would have been younger. Because he used to love going out for a walk, did Harry? He really, really did. I mean, Mum reminded me of something yesterday which made me chuckle. So when he was younger, he used to go on sleepovers at Grandma and Grandad's house. My dad would come, say if he'd been out with Phoebe, and he'd drop her off, and he'd say, "Where is he?" So I'd go get Harry, and he'd say, "Do you want to come to Grandma and Grandad's for a sleepover?" And Harry would be like this with his head. Anyway, so he'd go around and sleep her, then I'd go get him next day. I'd walk around for him. And my dad always used to buy him these, because he's only small, my dad used to buy him these right small little tennis balls, like smaller than usual. And when we were leaving, he'd put it in his mouth and he wouldn't let it go. And he'd walk all the way around home with this tennis ball in his mouth until we got home, and then he'd guard it though. Like he'd let go of it once we got home, but then he was so precious about his balls. He used to absolutely love playing with the ball. It's the only toy that he'd ever entertain. He would never play with, like Poppy, she plays with anything and everything. He would only play with the ball. So yeah. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to get off because I've got some stuff to do, so I'll see you all later. And thank you to everybody that has given for him. I honestly can't believe it. So like I said, I'm going to make a lovely little area for him, just so that we can, go out there and see him still. I know it won't be him, but you know what I mean. It's just to me it will be him. It'll be, I can go say morning to him and stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go before I get upset.